Welcome to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the Des West Memorial Rally, an event organised by the Australian Historic Rally Group and starting in the Hunter Valley town of Stroud. Very historic timber town. A good sized field of competitors have gathered here today and a good cross section of classic cars here to contest this annual event. Only one modern car in today's event, which is great to see. Good to see all these old classics out being used and driven around the countryside. Arcs the Leyland brothers. Australian Historic Rally Group run a number of events through the year, the Des West being the second event for the year. Starting here at Stroud, the cars will make their way up through the Hunter Valley, through Dungog. All roads lead to Dungog. But before that, there'll be a loop around Stroud and down to a lunch break at Clarencetown. Then up through Dungog and East Gresford and on to the finish at Vasey. Competitors gathering here, getting ready for their scrutineering and generally getting ready for the day. Competitors here doing all their paperwork and generally getting ready for the start. And here we have the start. Competitors are heading off at around 1 minute intervals, off into the unknown really. I've got a guest commentator here today. It's Malcolm McDonald. He's a farmer in these parts, up in the Hunter Valley. What do you think of this rallying there, Malcolm? Oh mate, well, you know, I've been going to a few lately. It's a bit of an interesting sport, mate, I'll say that, yeah. Some of these classic old buses, mate, they're not bad looking things, mate, you know. Oh, there's a modern one there, mate, yeah. Ever thought of getting into the sport yourself, Malcolm? Oh, mate, yeah, mate, I am giving it a little bit of thought, mate, you know. Wouldn't mind, you know. Being a farmer, we do, buddy, drive around a little bit on slippery surfaces and generally, you know, the old tractors, mate, you can lock up one wheel and spin the other at the end of the plough row, mate, you know. So, you know, not bad, you know, something similar to a handbrake turn in these rally cars, I reckon, mate, yeah, so I might be able to do it, yeah, I reckon I'll give it a go. What sort of car do you reckon you'd choose there, Malcolm? Oh, mate, I don't know, mate, I really don't know. Well, we have a very animated control official here waving the cars off. Well, there you go, and a dog walker, of course. Good cross-section of cars here today, everything from the European and British cars and the ever-popular Peugeot. Great to see the cars being used. Grey skies have welcomed the competitors today, but I'm sure the weather will clear up as the day goes on. There was a bit of wet weather on the lead up to this event, but not that much really. Well, yeah, mate, yeah, we can do with a bit of rain, mate, I can tell you, mate. It's a bit dry, you know, I can tell you. Yeah, there's a swamp, you know, there's a swamp down near my place, mate. And I've never seen that swamp dry, mate, you know. I'll tell you what, she's dry now, mate. Yeah, the cows are grazing on it, mate, yeah. Well, thanks for that, Malcolm. What have we got here? A Dodge, or is it a Valiant Ute? Not exactly a classic rally car, but great to see it in the event anyway. Subaru here, WRX. Distinct sound, those turbocharged flat engines. The Nissan 240Z, 260Z, whatever it might be. Great rally car in their day. "20 cars have entered this Des West Memorial Rally. Now, Des West was a patron of the Australian Historic Rally Group and a long-time rally competitor, motor racing competitor. Drove at Bathurst in Falcons and Valiants, Chargers and what have you. If my memory serves me right, I think he was the lead driver for in Peter Brock's first effort at Bathurst, driving a Holden Monaro. The cars are off here now, heading into the unknown from Stroud. Peugeot here, last car away. From there they headed in a northerly direction in a loop out north of Stroud, heading up into the Hunter Valley, then looping back and around Stroud, back down onto the Buckets Way, and back down the Buckets Way heading towards Clarencetown, Clarencetown being the lunch break. Lunch was supplied this year by the car club, which is great to see, and it was a great lunch, I have to say. Before they got to Clarencetown, there was a control point. Competitors arriving at a steady pace here into the control, checking that they entered from the right direction and generally travelling in the right direction. One competitor dropped out in this part and never got to this control. I think they had a mechanical problem. Strange for a Peugeot to do that. The classic Ford Escort there. Great rally car. Control official was kept busy here in this very nice location, just off the Buckets Way, on the road into Clarencetown. Mighty Renault there. Volvo, of course. Unkindly referred to as Swedish Valiants, but I don't know about that. They're got their own personality. Mitsubishi Evo. Oh, what have we got here? A Triumph 2000. What do you make of that, Malcolm? Oh, mate, yeah, not a bad looking bus, mate. You know, them hobby cars, you know, they might be a bit temperamental though, mate. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, might consider one of them for a rally car. What do you think? Well, yeah, Malcolm, they're a bit heavy, but they're strong. Little Dolomite here, other end of the spectrum. Fragile. Is that 240 or is it a 260? Z car anyway, Datsun. Good to see all these cars out and about and being driven, being preserved. There's some Bluebird here. There's a steady field of cars coming in here. The next event for the Australian Historic Rally Group is the Heart of the Hunter, a very popular event every year, starting at Freeman's Waterholes. Be held in August. I'm sure there'll be a big field of competitors for that event as well. All bitumen event, the Heart of the Hunter. The Des West here had a bit of dirt in it. The competitors are collecting a bit of dirt. The cars will need a bit of a wash when they get to the finish. Shouldn't be frightened of a bit of dirt. Here's that Peugeot again. Well, from here competitors ended up at at Clarence Town for their lunch break.
Wasn't expecting that to be one of the cars.
Modern car there. Across a very rickety bridge into Clarence Town. At a cafe that was well supported for the day. As you can see, the cars have got a bit of dirt on them, a bit of grime from the dirt roads around about the place. There's that Mitsubishi again. Clarence Town was a popular place on the day of the event. The Holden Tarana Club also showed up to have lunch at Clarence Town. So the cafe owner was appreciative of the considerable extra business. There's that Subaru again. Look at those Holden Taranas, my goodness gracious me. We're back in the 70s here. Big SLR 5000, fire-breathing monsters they were. Good to see them out and about. After lunch, competitors headed north again, heading towards Dungog. Bit more dirt road and bit of a loop heading up towards Dungog, as all roads lead to Dungog in the Hunter Valley. Through the main street of Dungog there. Then heading out up the mountain range over the hill to East Gresford and onto Vasey and the finish. Nice little town in Vasey, up in the Hunter Valley. Bit of a problem with the route instructions in the afternoon section that caused a certain amount of confusion amongst the competitors. So competitors were arriving a little bit late into the final control, testing those navigational skills. Not sure everybody made it, but that's rallying, all part of the rich tapestry of having a go at these events. Well, I'm Quack McMullard. Bye for now.